Good evening, everybody. Hello and welcome. So tonight's video is going to be a little bit different than normal because I'm down to a deadline. I've just been out all evening at a theatre production, would you believe? Yeah, I forgot to mention it the other day. So we had the Riding Lights Theatre Company that do a lot of touring, do a lot of work in schools, churches, colleges, prisons, all sorts of places. They came to Welshport and did a play tonight. So I took my kids and a friend. Tom bowed out because he's still got his cold, and yeah, we've just had a really fantastic evening of this theatre company. So I got back at probably about 10:15. I've still got to just get to finalise the products that I need for a kid's birthday party tomorrow. So I thought rather than me getting stressed out doing a project that's got nothing to do with a birthday party, I thought you might want to know, in case you need to do a birthday party for 15 people. Now, understandably, I'm doing this for 15, roughly 6 to 7-year-olds. However, I think there may be some things you could apply in terms of the way I've prepped this, perhaps for adults as well. So it's not going to be a late one, but I thought you can also have the opportunity to ask me questions, because I remember when I did the WI event the other day, I did have some people on my Artful Stampin media page on Facebook and Instagram saying, how do you do that with 15 plus people? How do you do it? So I'm happy to answer questions about that and how to simplify paper crafting for that level of people. Now, I have done organised crafts for more than that in the past, say 60 people, but I have had people helping me prep. So it's it's just kind of another beast, really. You just have to think things through. So, hello everybody, lovely to see you all. Hi Bonnie, I know you're a pastel girl. Yes, I have got a mixture of things in here, and it's I've got boys and girls going, so I've got a few different things in there. So, hi Martina, hi Tina, hi Susan, Georgiana, Michelle, Gina, Melissa, Claire, Monica, Diane, Deb. Great to see you all. Hello everybody. And on behalf of everybody in the chat, hello everybody, because I know it's really hard to go through those lists of people going, hi so-and-so, hi so-and-so, hi so-and-so. Please don't ever feel that you've been left out. Sometimes the chat just goes by really quick. So hello to everybody. Right, so if I show you the prep work I've done so far and my plan, I'll show you my desk and show you my piles of paper that I have already got pre-cut. Just put it over another box so that I'm ready to show you some other things. Oh my goodness, I have got a pile of punched out paper behind me. Right, so first of all, I have card bases. I have pre-cut card bases, and I actually need to cut a few more because potentially the children are going to be making about 6 cards each. It all depends how they get going. The plan is also to give them all I'll just grab one. Grab the whole lot actually. They're all going to get a paper bag to go home with, but what I'm thinking I may do is actually pop envelopes into the bag beforehand so that they are good to go, so they don't have to think about that later. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, and it's always worth having a spare one, always, because you never know if someone might just turn up, unaccounted for child. Actually, I might just do 2 spares just in case. So into this bag it's going to go 4 envelopes, and then if they need more they can have more. All right, I mean, some children they spend ages doing sticking, don't they? So it might be that it takes them an hour just to make one, but I doubt that very much. So no, I am not taking Tombow glue for them. That would be too disastrous, too expensive. So I'm taking a different brand glue that's a stick glue, you know, the type that you twiddle the end and it bounces up. That type of glue. I think you all know what the brand is. I tend to buy the very well-known brand because I think it's superior quality. In the past, I've made the mistake of buying the cheap stuff from the pound shop, you know, a pound for 4, and it just doesn't stick. And there's nothing more frustrating than giving children glue that does not work, or adults even, because it's just counterintuitive. It means that they get frustrated with what they're doing. You get frustrated because then the paper products that you've lovingly cut out and provided then won't do what it's meant to do. So I would say, if you're doing a party and you need to budget that in, that you're going to go for the superior quality stuff, that's what it costs. That's the budget. Do the envelopes. What does that mean? What do you mean, do the envelopes? Time is of the essence with these youngsters. Yes. Yeah, dry glue. Yes, and then some children are used to using wet glue in school, and then you've ever done that with kids, and they just end up with things floating. They'll have card, and then a sea of glue with things stuck in it, and everything is floating. Who's had a child like that? Oh dear, dear. Anyway, we're going to avoid all that issue with the glue sticks. Yeah. Not on my watch. Yeah, absolutely. Prep. So, I think we're anticipating 15 children. And I was talking to a friend of mine this week who, she's just a friend of mine I've known many, many years. And she's a bit older than me, but very experienced doing children's crafts in her church. And she was saying that whenever they do have an event at their church with lots and lots and lots of children, they make the children stand. And I thought initially, oh, that's a bit cruel. And she said, no. You make the children stand around the table and the adults can sit down, because otherwise you're having to find the right size chairs for the right size tables. And there's nothing worse as an adult having to sit on a small chair at a small table with your back breaking trying to help a child. It's better for you to be sat at an adult size table with the children standing around. Hello, Miss Rosie. Yes, I know. Don't let her see this, Rosie. All right, so Rosie can see what I'm prepping here, you see. Rosie, can you see? So, Rosie, is it all right if I say who you are? I'm so glad I'm beyond organising birthday parties for kids. You have adults that do that too. Yes. Yeah. Right, so there we go. We've got the bags all ready and set. I've counted up how many card bases I've got, and I think I need to do a few more, because in case we do have each child wanted to do 6, I'm going to do a few more of those, but I don't need to bore you with that now. Then I do actually have enough for each child, I think, to do 6. So these in here, I've got lots of different DSP pieces that fit perfectly onto the card base. All right, so I've pre-cut these ready to fit on, and they can choose whatever paper they want, whatever side they want. And I've done them sort of lots, there's different things. There's florals, different types of florals. There's just rainbow fun colors. There's some floral stripes. I've said that already. Here I'm quite excited about this. We've got some fun things like cameras. Oh no, here it is. Cameras, mushrooms, dinosaur. Where's the dinosaurs gone? I do like the dinosaurs. Got pen, pencils, art equipment. Oh, here we've got bears and trees. So this is DSP that has retired, but it's been in my stash. And sometimes I do buy DSP that perhaps is not my personal style, but I buy them because I know that other people like it, especially sort of children. So I've also done, if someone wants to do something a little bit seasonal, I've cut out some pumpkin paper. As you know, I'm not really into Halloween at all, but if children did want to do something, they've got Halloween, they've got pumpkin paper. We've got also some fungi, mushrooms and things. And what else? Oh, here we go. This is coming up to the dinosaur paper. I'm quite excited about the dinosaurs. Look. Ah, dinosaurs! She's fast asleep. Oh, good. So, Rosie's actually the mummy of the little girl that's gonna be. It's her birthday today, isn't it, Rosie? Oh, and Rosie loves crafting. So I've been to events with Rosie, and she's brought her children, and they are just brilliant, brilliant, brilliant children. So I'm very excited. There we go. So those are the papers. Now I'm going to actually have a quick look through my stash and cut a few more. Now, oh Rosie, while you're here, do you think they might like, look, penguin paper with foxes? Isn't that cute? Right, I'll come back to the paper. Then I want to show you what I'm going to do. So back to the idea of them standing. I thought we could quite easily get 6 children standing around a table. It's so much easier to do that. So I have prepped 3 boxes of cutouts. We have cats, we have owls, and we also have the counterpart. We have the little owl. We have the little owl bodies. And then if you rummage really hard, you can find the eyes, although I may bring some googly eyes because I think kids like googly eyes. So we've got owls and cats, we've got leaves and flowers, and there's somewhere in there some stars as well. I'm going to cut a few more stars out actually. So we've got various things, so they can do lots of sticking with those. So that's one thing that they can stick. Then the other thing I've got is more pieces of paper. So this is great if you have, if you have oddments that you're kind of thinking, what am I going to do with? It's always worth cutting a stash of rectangles this sort of size, because these are quite good for just doing some layering. So these are cut so they can be stuck in the middle, or they can be turned that way, whatever way they want, just to add extra. They put an owl on there, they could put a cat, do whatever they want really. So that's a little pile there of extra bits and pieces, and that is just plain. So I'm not actually planning on taking lots and lots of stamps. The 18th, G7, just even getting all my party things out of the loft in time. Oh. Are there little boys? Yes, yes. So she's invited some for little boy friends that are boys. Are there little boys for a man card? I don't understand what you mean, Mary. Then the other thing I've cut out as well, if they want to do a little bit of stamping, I'm going to take some basic sentiments like happy birthday, thank you, stuff like that. I might just have a separate table for the stamping that they can come over and stamp their message, and then they can go back and stick that on their cards. So I've pre-cut a whole load of very vanilla and white circles, but I might cut out a few. Well, no, actually I don't need to cut a few more of those out, because I also have pre-cut here. I've got packs of white and other colours strips, so if they want to, stamp on that and put that on there, they can do. And also, whenever I cut the DSP matting layers, because of the way that our sizing is in the UK, and it probably is for the same with you guys in the States as well, you always end up with like pieces that are this width but are sort of just slices. So I keep all those, because these can also be used, and also whenever you're cutting 6x6 paper, you do end up also with some slices. So Again, I'm just going to put a few of those on the table because look, you can have your main panel there and then pop that there, and then I don't know, get another your little white strip. You can have a white strip across there, and then you could decorate that with, you know, some flowers or whatever, and a leaf. Now, some of the punches I've used are retired. They're just ones that I've deliberately kept on hold of because I find them really helpful. They're quite generic shapes. So like things like stars, I tend to do quite a lot of, I cut out stars. I've got hearts, little flowers. I'm trying to think what else I've got here. Leaves. I think I need to cut out a few more flowers that are just a slightly different shape. But yeah. So, have we got any questions? Would there be paper for a masculine card for the dads as well as the mums? Oh, the parents aren't making. It's for the children. I think if any parents are going to be there, they're just going to supervise. It's the children are actually making. So yeah, there are some. I guess there are some masculine papers in here. But I'm also, like I said, I'm going to go through more papers and pick out a few more and see what else there is, because I do have some more masculine. Oh, I see what we mean. The cards that the children are going to make for the dads. That's a really good point. Actually, now I get what you're saying, Mary. Sorry, it just took me a moment. Sorry. Yeah. Rosie, if there's anything else you can think of, now's the time to speak up because I'm going to be doing a little bit more prepping. Let me just flick that back. Hi, Heidi. Fish. I don't have a fish punch. Oh, I was going to do ladybugs. We'll do some ladybirds. That's what I was going to do. I have got dragonflies and I've got stars. Do you think the girls might want some big hearts? I have got the big heart punch with the scallop edge as well. Yeah, I bought the fish stamp but didn't buy the fish punch. That's a point. I should have done that. Googly eyes. Now, I think I have a whole load of googly eyes somewhere. Hold on. I think they're somewhere here. Yep, look. Can you see? That's my box of googly eyes. Butterflies. Yes, actually, I did get my butterfly punch out because I did start cutting out some butterflies. Look at these. Aren't these? Oh, wrong way. Yeah. Here we go. That's wrong around. What do you think? Or shall I just do that? Come on. There we go. I think we should just give all the children two of these. That'll keep them entertained for 5 minutes, won't it? They're blooming ginormous. Right, what have I got here? Yes, I've got lots of packs of bug eyes. I think I'll bring some of the bigger ones. And just see what they look like on the owls. And I'll flip the camera back around again. Oh, look. Oh, look. Oh, they're so cute. Also got the little breasts on as well. Oh, that's so lovely. Right, yeah, the bug eyes are coming, Rosie. They're coming. Oh, I better do a little count up. I'll bring 2 packets just in case. You know what? I think I'm going to keep the bug eyes in here because I can see these going everywhere. I'm going to have to be in charge of the bug eyes. You can all have 2 each. I cut those open when actually you can open them from the bottom. Did you notice that? I cut it there when you can actually open it. Right. Right, bug eyes, check. Done. Right. Was it a yes on the hearts? Maybe some ribbon. The only thing about ribbon, Rosie, is getting it stuck down. That's the only thing. It's a little bit tricky. That's why I've kind of stuck with the paper. Hold on, let me have a think though. No, you know what? I'll punch out some more of these. And where's my butterfly punch? Yes, I did get my butterfly punch out. Here we go. That's the butterfly punch. And I did actually start punching some of these butterflies out, but I haven't got enough, so I'm just going to cut a whole load out. So, yes, I was wearing googly eyes. You missed it. Oh, dragonflies. What do you think, Rosie? Dragonflies? I've got those. Right. I think that is it. Oh, hold on. What else have I got in here? Hold on. I haven't showed you everything yet. So, Rosie, you'll remember the kids did this at the class that you came to, where they made... the only thing is, I haven't got this robot stamp anymore. So it does make it a little bit tricky. What I've got in here. Oh, some more pieces. Oh, here we go. Look, there's more bits of paper there that can be used. Take that out. I'll bring this. Yes to hearts. You love the dinosaur paper. Well, I can cut more of the dinosaur paper because I think I've got another sheet of that left. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to go through the papers with you guys. So, we do have, let's have a look what's in this one. See, I think these colours are a little bit too sort of sophisticated for children. It tends to be that children like brighter colours, don't they? Oh, I could cut some of this up. That's kind of fun, isn't it? This is pretty. This is more for the adults, that paper, so I'm going to not do that one. If I did a class with the mums, they would love that paper. I don't want to use that for the children. Ooh, hold on. What have I got here? These are quite nice. I'll cut these up because these have got some tiny little, that one's got little tiny stars, and that's got stripes, and that's got just plain blue with like a pinstripey look to it. That'll be good for the dads. Yeah, these are all pretty autumnal, those. Oh, what's that? No, that's not autumnal. Oh, I think I'll have some bright colours in this one. Oh, look, and it's got candles on it. Right, I'll cut out some of those. And the thing for me is if they don't all get used up, I mean, they'll all have enough to make 6 cards, but, you know, if I do another event, it means I've half prepped. Let's see. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, I've got more dinosaur paper. I may as well just chop all this up, you see. Right, I'm going to be doing some happy chopping now, guys. What are you making with the kids? Cards, yes. Spacemen and space, yes. Although I haven't really got any spacemen. They could, I think on the plainer stuff, if I bring some pencils, they could always do a little drawing if they wanted to. Little children love drawing. And the other thing about doing cards with children is that they'll make a card and then they'll go, "Can I have a pencil?" I go, "What do you want your pencil for?" "I want to write in it." I'll go, "Okay, who's it for?" And then they'll go, "Oh, it's for my mum or it's for my dad." And you go, "Is it their birthday?" "No, I'm just going to give it to them." So they are so like into making a card and writing it and putting it in the envelope and licking the envelope and, you know, getting it all ready. They love it. They're about sort of 6 or 7. Is that right? 7. Sorry, the girl is 7. So it's that age. Stickers. Kids love stickers. That is true. I haven't got stickers. They're making their own stickers with the punches and glue. Talking about the glue. Where is the... Oh, hold on. I'll find the glue. I was going to count... there we go. I was going to count how many I've got and make sure I have enough. Just going to do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 2 extra, 16, 17. Right, that'll be fine. The marbleized paper could be space, yes, and they could do stars in space, yes. Yeah. Right, I'm going to loves you and leaves you because I've got to get all ready for Miss Rosie and her daughter's birthday. So there we go. Oh, so do you want me to explain what I did for the WI when stamping on that level, you know, having lots of women? So I got there and I expected there to be about 15 ladies. So initially I set out 3 tables with 4 or 5 bits of grid paper on them. Then when I counted up, there were 18. So you have to kind of just do the quick sums. So I thought, okay, right, well, 6 are just going to have to fit on a table. I don't have balloon punches, unfortunately. Good idea though, Jill. The dragon mermaid. Oh yes. Yes, I do have the dragon and the mermaid. I also have some animal stamps that I did think of taking if the kids wanted to do some colouring in. Yes, okay, I will take some stamps. I might also just borrow my daughter's pencils because they look good. So the craft that we did was stamping onto the C.S. Lewis quotes. So I grabbed out as many like tree stamps that I thought were appropriate, a couple of little deer, sort of the grassy bits, dottage. And I was glad I did that because basically I put a bit of something on each table. So I had a dottage on each table, 1 dottage on each table. I had trees, different trees on each table and various other things. And then I had the lion stamps kind of doing the rounds. And yeah, and then also I just took loads of greens and browns and blue ink pads. And again, I'm glad I did that because I had to separate it out. So some tables, not every table was the same. I had, like maybe pear pizzazz and old olive or something on one table, and then another table I had to have garden green and crumb cake and that kind of sort of situation. So it worked out, and I think the thing to remember is that when you're introducing stamping to a group of people who've never done it before, they don't know that, oh, pear pizzazz might be a better colour than old olive for a certain thing. They haven't got a clue. They just see it as green, or they see it as, something as brown. So it's only when people get really experienced with the Stampin' Up products, with the different range of greens and the range of browns, that they might then start to get a bit picky and go, oh no, I want that type of green and I want that type of brown. Although I did have one lady sat at a table and she'd done a bit of stamping and she was like, no, that's the wrong green. Is there another green? And she did go through the different greens until she was happy. But that was unusual. Most people were just happy to stamp with whatever was on their table. Dotted in all shapes and sizes. Yes, I took the one from Gorgeous Grunge that's on a wooden block, so that was helpful. So if you do have some of the stamps in the old wooden blocks, they are kind of handy because you don't have to find a clear block. So that's how I tackle that. Now I did do a WI for a larger number of people than that, and I set it up so that they had to come to the table. So instead of them having things at their table, I did a row of tables, like 2 or 3 tables, and I set one stamp on one ink pad. And they were told not to move that stamp. I mean, it did happen, but basically I assigned a stamp to a ink pad and said, please do not move it. You use it, but put it back on that ink pad. And what I did was I pre-scored a piece of A4 cardstock so that it would make a bag, but I pre-scored it. And so they had to go with their piece of A4 and go along the line picking stamps that they like the look of and then stamping. So it's kind of a bit random, but yeah, they'll love stamping with the dotted. Oh, they did. It took some convincing though. I was like, yeah, no, just stamp it everywhere as snow. It'll be fine. They're like, really? I was like, yeah, just stamp it everywhere. Yeah. And teaching adults is really interesting because they're a little bit more hesitant than children. Children just like go for it. You're like, oh, just be gentle. And the kids are there smacking it. And you're like, no, be gentle, be gentle. Smack, 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 smack. It goes everywhere. It's great. Great fun. Ink goes everywhere. They get covered. Right, lovelies. I'm going to go because I've got to do a bit more cutting up and then get to bed. Get some rest. So, yeah, if anyone does have questions, just drop me a comment. And I'll be happy to answer. And I'll see you guys next week. I'll let you know how the party went. We'll hopefully have recovered by then, won't we, Rosie? Right, lots of love to everybody. Have a great weekend, whatever you do. And I'll see you next week, God willing. Oh, news on Shaz. Some of you were very kind asking how Shaz was. And she messaged me today and said, thanks for thinking of me. I was seriously struggling to breathe last night, so she went to hospital for a nebulizer. She's feeling brighter today and hopefully will be on tonight, but I don't think she has been on tonight. If not, then I'll be catching up on some sleep. So, Shaz, if you're catching up on sleep, I hope you got some good rest. So, yeah. So, I shall send you some pills for the headache you're going to have afterwards. I'm expecting it to be noisy. Yeah, but there we go. It'll be fun. Thank you.